Alright, in this portion of the video, I'm going to go over how to add locations to your game. Cloak of Darkness has 3 locations, and there are 2 different ways we can add them. We can either click this button or right-click and choose Add Location. We're going to use this button, and we're going to see the new location editor. So the short description is the name of your location as it appears on the map, and the long description will be a description of that place that the player sees if they type the command look or when they first enter that location. I'm going to leave this blank for now, and I'm going to come over here to the Directions tab, and I'm going to create a new location from within here. I'm going to choose this button next to the Move South, because to the south of the foyer in the Cloak of Darkness sample game is the bar. And click OK, and we see that the bar is added to our list of locations. We're not done editing the foyer yet, so it does not yet appear in our list of locations. To the west of the foyer, we have the cloakroom, and I'll click OK, and it will appear in our list. Right now I'm done editing this room or this location, so I'm going to click OK, and then we see that the foyer appears. Now would be a good time to save. We're going to go over here to View and see what it looks like on the map. And we see that this arrow indicates that you can only go one direction. This isn't true though, so we can come up here and we can check that yes, you can go east to the foyer, and we click OK. Now that we've opened one of these locations, we see that Drift has updated the map. So that's just one tricky thing to look out for. Alright, so we see that our map is good. We're going to go over the map controls now. Now that we've activated the map tab is now visible. So if you left click and drag, you notice that you can drag your map around like this. Most people won't want to change the orientation of your map, so if you accidentally do this, the button to fix it is called Plan View. Click Plan View, now everything is nice and flat, just like the way it was before. You see that there are options for pages and adding locations. So if you have different areas of your game, you can have them show up in different maps. So the Opera House is going to be the name of this page, because that is where these locations show up in our game. Alright, so we're going to hit save, and I'm going to show you how our game will now look. In a previous video, I set the title of our game, which shows up here in red, and we showed up in the bar. This isn't exactly what we wanted. We also see the name of our map as Opera House. So we're going to check out our map, and then we're going to figure out what happened. So we're going to hit direction here. We're going to call north. This is how you move around in an interactive fiction game. So you use the cardinal directions. So you can, however, abbreviate them to the first letter, and it will understand that you mean west or east. So we see our map, and we see that all the locations work, and they're connected in the way that we had wanted. However, we showed up in the bar. So if we scroll back in our history of player actions, called the transcript, we see that the bar was our first location. This isn't what we wanted. We're going to close our game, and we're not going to save. So we're going to come up here. We're going to go to Introduction and End of Game. And here you see the option for Start the Adventure at Location. We're going to choose the foyer. So why did the game choose the bar as the first location? As you remember, the first location to show up in this list when we were editing them was the bar. Even though we started editing foyer first, the bar was the first location that we finished editing, so it showed up first. So if you're ever curious as to why Drift chooses one location over another to start your game, now you know. To fix that is you come up to Introduction and End of Game, and you tell Drift that the foyer should be the location that you want, or whichever room that you want the player to start in. So we'll save to save our changes. We'll hit Run Adventure again. Now we see that we show up in the foyer, and we'll double check one more time that our locations are connected the way we want them, and they are. So this concludes the location portion of our tutorial. And we've hit save. And so in the next part, I'll show you how to do objects.